Are you in a position of strategic leadership? Ask yourself that. Are you in strategic leadership? If you are, you need to listen to this. Now, if you're in a position of tactical leadership, you'll also want to listen to this because this is going to keep you out of trouble. So, what happens with people in strategic leadership positions? Inevitably, they screw it up. And here's how it happens so frequently. You may not be screwing it up, but believe me, most of your colleagues probably are. So you might want to listen to this. Okay, years ago, when I was in the field of emergency management, I learned a lot about the difference between strategic and tactical leadership. Now, I had a friend in the field who'd been in there for some time. In fact, he was the head of emergency management for a major power utility company during the 1998 ice storm. Remember that? So during that calamitous event, what they found was, they already had an emergency operations center set up. They were equipped and trained for exactly this. And yet their senior executive was constantly coming down and trying to interfere with the procedures that would get everybody their power back. So they landed on a solution, elegant solution, really. They hired some limousines and arranged for the senior executives to be driven out to the country and all around where they could say encouraging things to the linemen who were putting the power lines back up and leave the emergency operations center alone. Why was this critical? Well, for one thing, if you have a senior executive, for example, coming into an emergency operations center, typically they don't understand the procedures. They don't understand that chain of command. They don't understand the logistics. They don't understand the triggers for next actions. They'll make a dog's breakfast of the whole thing, right? So if you have people perfectly trained for those roles, you got to let them do their job. And this isn't just about emergency management. This is across the board. People in strategic leadership positions try to interfere with tactical decisions on a constant basis in all types of organizations. So if you're in a tactical leadership position, chances are you're feeling you're micromanaged because your bosses won't leave you alone to do your job. Your team feels even worse. So this is what happens. You've got to be aware that this is happening. And why does it happen? It's pretty simple, really, because a lot of the people who are in strategic leadership positions, where do they come from? Tactical leadership positions. So they tend to understand, like everybody, they understand their previous job, but the temptation is they want to do it. That's the problem. So while they're busy trying to do someone else's job, who's doing theirs? Nobody. So there you go. If you're in a strategic leadership position, start doing your job, stop doing everybody else's. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.